Hey, it's Joey for Digital DJ Tips, and welcome to another episode of Your Feedback. In this episode, the question is networking more important than your DJ skills? Now, before I move on to your views, I'm going to share my answer first. There's a saying that goes, networking gets you in the door, but skills keep you in the building. Ideally, you're going to want to have a mix of both a strong, well-connected network as well as some really good DJ skills. That is an ideal scenario. You could be the greatest DJ ever, but if no one's ever heard of you because you aren't promoting yourself and you aren't being active on social media and not getting your name out, you're going to have a tough time getting booked. Conversely, if you are good at networking and you're good at connecting with others, but you don't have the skills to back up your sweet talk, well, you're gonna have some trouble getting repeat bookings if you bomb those gigs that were offered to you. Having said that, let's move on over to your answers. Our first answer comes from Cusp, and he says, network is way more important for a DJ to focus on. You'll see way more people who have great connections and can't DJ very well get gigs than you will see people who can play very well but lack connections. DJing is a social thing. You can spend your time coming up with profound things to say in private, and that truly might blow people away, or you can figure out what people want to chat about and go that way. Basically, Cusp is giving us some networking tips here. DJing is also a job. You might spend 4 or more years in college or university getting skills you need for a job and rapidly rising in your career, but you'll have a hard time getting past the interviews. Or you can work your way up, getting to know the people around you and having them support you, which almost guarantees a job, but any movement upward becomes harder. I know it's not as simple as that, but it's pretty close. Thank you for that, Cusp. Our next answer comes from Antique. And he says, I could not agree more with Cusp. The nail has been hit on the head. Networking is an indispensable tool with regards to making your way in the DJ community. If you don't know those who do the hiring, you won't get hired. Simple as that. The old saying, it's not what you know, but who you know, could not be more true. The other thing that has worked for me is to not push to try to make friends, but to genuinely ask for help. If you're truly about the music, it will show. I'm a person who enjoys learning and have no problem asking other DJs, hey, can you show me how you did that? Or can you explain that to me? This gives you a common ground, a base to begin a conversation, and this begins your networking and how you make friends with common interests as well as increasing our knowledge base, making you better at your craft. I've been blessed enough to have made actual friends around the world through music. Friends that I will stay in touch with for life and hopefully visit and have the opportunity to play with one day. Thank you for that, Antique. Our next answer comes from Mike Girth, and he says, in the mobile world here in Chicago, it's highly focused on networking. There are multiple DJs out there making a full living with poor or mediocre skill that focus on the one-time sale because there is so much business out there. Repeat business because of skill doesn't account for ongoing monthly income, so they hammer the sale, and that's how you get bad DJs at gigs frequently. Big DJ companies that have dozens of DJs that have a sales spokesman are a lot to blame here also, because they sell 20 to 30 gigs a weekend and sometimes scramble to get enough warm bodies to fill the slots. That is the pure example of how the networking does everything. Right? Thank you for that insight, Mike. The final answer comes from Audio Maverick, and he says, know how to do what you need to do to get the job done. Go out and network, become known with the locals, get to know people, be genuine, hope that you are accepted and well liked, be in the right place at the right time, be everywhere you can as often as you can to increase your odds. Always be appreciative of how well you are able to accomplish what you do. Don't dwell on what you didn't get that you thought you should have. Yes, entitlement is a bad thing, folks. I have seen and known many people who missed their calling and some who shouldn't have made their calling. Thank you for that, Audio Maverick. So that's it for this episode of Your Feedback. Thanks to everybody who sent in their answers. I'd like to ask you now, what do you think is more important, networking or DJ skills? Let me know your answer in the comments section below. Hit the thumbs up icon if you like this video and hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber yet. My name is Joey. I'll see you next week for another episode of Your Feedback.